Hello Flosstube, my name is Sarah. I'm also known as Stitchy Bug here on Flosstube and on Instagram as well. This is Flosstube number 2. I'm back. Thank you everybody for your comments, your emails, your messages. I was absolutely blown away with the response that I got and the welcome. Thank you. So I'm back due to popular demand. And it is, what is it? It's Monday, the 17th of November, 2025. And I'm talking to you from near Stowmarket in Suffolk, in the UK. So what have I got to tell you today? Let's see. I have got 2 starts and finishes, a finish, 2 new starts, 3 whips. I've got a little giveaway. I've got to 500 subscribers in 4 weeks. I can't believe it. I thought I might get 10. Nope. And I've got nearly 4,000 views on my whip parade, which was my first Flosstube. So thank you all for the support there. It was absolutely brilliant. So I had to come back, really, didn't I? Would have been stupid not to. So I'm back. I'm filming from my little cabin in the garden, which we originally built to house our big dogs in, and then we built it and realized it was way too nice to put dogs in. So this is the smaller of the bedrooms out in our cabin, and this is my craft room now. Well, our craft room, but it's mostly mine. So it's brilliant. It's a nice little space out here, and I was out here for about a couple of hours yesterday, just tidying up and sorting out some purchases. So yes, I have got some haul to show you as well, but I'll do that sort of at the end. So if anyone doesn't want to watch that, you don't need to. You can just leave and you go with my blessing. That's absolutely not a problem. Okay, so I just want to, before I crack on with the stitching, I know that's what you're here for, but I just wanted to say thank you to Lorna. Now, this is a different Lorna to my normal Lorna, my Lorna. This is a lovely lady up in Scotland who was very quick to message me after she'd watched my whip parade to say that she would be very interested in rehoming my historical sampler, All Things Grow with Love sale that I'd started and very much abandoned because it really wasn't my thing at all. And so I nearly bit her hand off because I didn't think I'd get anyone interested. So she has adopted it, and she's even been stitching on it as well. So you can follow her on Instagram. I think, is it Dr. LJ Noble? I think she is on there. But yeah, so she's been stitching on it. So it finally, after over 12 months sitting there in the whip pile, it has been worked on, and I'm really, really pleased. So thank you to Lorna for rehoming that. And sorry to everybody else that messaged me subsequently after that, asking for it because it had already gone, which I hadn't expected, to be honest. And she's also got Witchy Way as well. So I've called my finish, basically, of the one building I did. That's now a finish. It's off the whip pile. She's got the remainder of my threads. I've sent her the brand new pattern direct from Caterpillar, and some fabric. So that's gone as well. So whoa, we're on a roll there. And all the other whips that I've decided I will keep and I am going to work on, but we'll more about plans later on. I'm just going to do a little shout out here to my mum, who watched the whole of my first Flosstube and loved it, apparently. So thank you, Mum. Hi. This is all your fault that I'm doing cross stitch, because it was Mum that got me into this in the first place, because she used to host little cross stitch parties, as I mentioned before, and she said, I didn't dream that, it did happen. And she did tell me the company, and I think it was Simply Cross Stitch. I could be wrong, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But what she really enjoyed was seeing all the lovely fabrics that we have available to us now. And obviously I've got quite a lot of fabrics, but she loved all the colours, because all they used to get in their kits was white Ada 14 count. That was it. There was no choice at all. So she was really loving it all. And she did actually say that she was going to adopt my whip, and I'm like, no, it's gone. But I mean, if she does want to have a go, Mum, you're welcome to pick something else. I've got lots of little kits and stuff that you'd be very welcome to have a go with. So there you go. Hello, Mum. Hello to my aunties. Everyone's been watching this. Hello to my dad as well, who watched, I think, 5 minutes and then gave up. So cheers, Dad. Anyway, we shall now crack on, I think. I think I've said my thank yous and everything. Okay, so we'll start with, I had a request. I went to, since I've seen you last, I have been to the Ipswich retreat. It was a weekend retreat. It was the first one Jade had done, and it was brilliant. It was such a nice vibe. We were really chilled. It was held at the Novotel in Ipswich, which is quite near to the station, train station, quite central to get to, but we drove and sort of parked, and it was brilliant. Anyway, we sat stitching with Megan from Coffee Craft and Lindsay from Blushing Pink Stitches, and Lindsay said I should show my Avery, which was a labour of love. So I will show you this. This is a previous finish, because I finished this in September, so you didn't get to see it. So here it is. It's very creased because I don't really iron, but I am thinking I might get this one framed. So this one was by Lola Crow, who I love to hate and hate to love. You know, it's a love-hate relationship, honestly, with Lola Crow. She is one of the best designers in my opinion, but my God, did this zap everything out of me over the summer. And yeah, it took my stitching bug actually for a few weeks, maybe a month or so, because I knew I was supposed to be working on the frame for this. So I couldn't let myself work on anything else. Therefore, I didn't stitch on anything for a good couple of weeks or so, and had to really kick myself up the backside to get this done. Had a bit of a pep talk from my husband, of all people, saying, look, you loved doing the aquarium last year. Why don't you remember how you felt, and you'll be so pleased when it's done, and all this. And I'd signed up to do it with my friends as well, and I really felt like I was letting them down. So I just had to pull up my big girl pants and get on with it. And I managed to catch up. And from then, when I'd caught up, I managed to then keep up with the weekly releases. And that's what is the killer with this, weekly releases. It takes up the whole of your summer and you can't get anything else done really. And yeah, I'm not doing it next year. I will no doubt love it and want to do it, but I really am going to have to be very strong and not do it. This was a 18 count Ada from Crafty Kate, and I think it was her fabric of the month for January this year. I think it was January, and I do believe she now sells it, so you could go on and order it. I think there's like a 4 or 5 week wait, maybe more, to get a piece, but it's a beautiful lilac cream yellow mottling. It's stunning, and it took me ages to decide on which colour to use. I must have ordered about, I don't know, 10 pieces of blue fabric from all various places, and I decided not to go with blue in the end anyway. So yeah, it's really stunning. And I think I've got a chunk that I chopped off the bottom, so I could use that for something else as well. But anyway, I wanted to show you that because I'd had a request. So that was my Avery by Lola Crow, and I've made myself a tiny little board. So I shall just pop my finish on here, which I think I showed last time. There's my tiny pegs. So onto what I have been stitching now. This was my first finish for the month, and this is the October Cottage by Country House. Nope, it's here. Everything you press record and everything goes out of your brain. You know, it's ridiculous. Country Cottage Needleworks, it's their October Cottage, and I did the September Cottage and I have finished October and I love it. It's beautiful. 32 count even weave. It's like a beige colour from Coffee Craft Fabrics. I emailed Megan and said, can you do me 12 squares please, all in the same colour for a series? And she said yes. So if you want to do the same, do reach out to her because she is wonderful. So yeah, that's the October one. Really, really pleased with that. Really enjoyed stitching that. Really, really like the colours as well. And then we have a start and a finish. And I've only gone and knocked it out of the park for this one because I finished this on the 14th of this month, so a couple of days ago. And obviously we've still had half the month left and I'd already finished it. And I'm just like, I don't even know who I am anymore. But this was an absolute joy to stitch. And this was the November Cottage. November Cottage. I can't get my teeth in. And oh my God, I think this is my favourite so far. The yellow on this one was a gentle art. Variegated hand-dyed threads. Beautiful. Harvest Moon, I think it's called. Stunning. So I used these cottages for Knit and Natter on a Friday where we go to the yarn shop, which is run by my friends. And my daughter comes along, brings her crochet or some knitting. And yeah, so I'd stitch on these every Friday. And they come together quite quickly, to be honest. It's brilliant. So again, 32 count even weave from Megan, Coffee Craft. one of my 12 squares, and I'm absolutely delighted with this. If I forget to say anything and you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. As I said, my brain just goes to absolute mush as soon as I start filming. Right, let's pop that down there. And then here is my second start and finish. Now, this isn't technically fully finished, but knowing me, it is. So now this is the little Stitch in London little kit we got. We got a little kit from Marie, Stitches and Diamonds, also known as Swan Bay Fabrics. And I started this at the Ipswich retreat with my friend Lorna, and I finished it when I got back, basically. We've got this little hoop in the kit, a tiny little ribbon on, and I've even attached the charm. I don't know who I have anymore, I really don't. And this is stitched on a 32 count piece of Swan Bay linen. I've used linen, yeah, I know. And it's stitched with silk. So yeah, oh god, it was an absolute joy. It's the Silks for You blue. The colour will be on my Instagram if you're interested, but we all got it in our kits, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed stitching this. It was silk going through linen is just some sort of sensory overload. It's pleasure. It's so nice. I think I must have like been a stitcher in the old days when I was here previously, and yeah, it was just so calming. I enjoyed every second of it. So I am going to be stitching some more with silks next year, I think, and possibly some more linen. I have bought some linen, so we shall see. Okay, so that's my finishes. Don't get used to this. There's not going to be many finishes in each of my videos. This is possibly a one-off. So now we shall go to the new starts. Yeah, let's do the new starts. So at the, now let's think. At the Ipswich retreat, myself and Lorna, we have been planning to stitch this one since January. And we decided that now was the time to stitch this very spring-like piece. But, you know, it had to be done. So I'll start by showing you the threads because they're absolutely gorgeous. This is a little thread holder that was made by my friend Gavin at Yarnworks. I need some more of these. They're so good. And it fits in my bag nicely. I can just slide it in like that. So this is Butterfly Bouquet. And I don't have a picture, do I? Oh, fine. I might try and insert one. We'll see how that goes. My daughter said she'd help me, but she's not even here. So thanks, Ellie. So this is a piece of 18 count Ada from Coffee Craft. Just try and get this the right way up. There we go. And it's very bright pink. Excuse all the hoop marks. So I've made a start, and I think I'm over 1,000 stitches into this now. And then I thought, right, that's a good place, and I will stop because obviously this is now going to come out again in the spring. Hope you can see that okay. Obviously it is a butterfly, and there are many butterflies in the design. I can't believe I forgot to print out the picture for this. What an idiot. I'll try and insert one. I'm told it's easy. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. And so we both sat stitching it together. Did we do this on the Sunday or the Saturday? I can't remember. Oh, Saturday. So we stitched that one on the Saturday, both together. Got a few comments on that as well, and really enjoyed it. If you do want to see the picture, it is on my Instagram, and I always try to put the picture if you just swipe when you find it on my grid. And that's in a bag from Stitch-a-ma-Jig Anne, who was not at our retreat, but she is coming to the December day one, so I look forward to seeing her. And this was the second one that we started, and Megan brought the fabric along for this one to the retreat so we could start. And I have printed a picture of this one. This is Blueberry Jane by Jessica of Jed X Stitch, and you can get the PDFs in this country on Etsy. And her Etsy is Do's Demos, I think, something like that. So this is Blueberry Jane. I have got Cherry Magpie as well to start, but that's going to have to wait until next year now. And I'm stitching this with the Roxy Floss conversion. They are beautiful, 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 beautiful. And this is an 18 count Ada again. I'm trying to keep my life simple for such things when I have to be doing counting. And this is, oh, it's showing up quite well actually. It's a green. It looks really grey every time I take a photo of it for Instagram. It just looks grey, and it's not. It is a gorgeous green, and it's got some like lime running through it. It's beautiful. I'll just show you that. Yeah, it's a really, really lovely green. And I know Megan had some extras and she sold them on her last Fabric Super Sunday. So yeah, I'm over 1,000 stitches on this one now as well, just over. And I thought that was a good place to stop. But oh, stitching these colours has been an absolute joy. And I'm looking forward to getting back to that one and starting Cherry Magpie. Haven't got a date to start that one yet. I'm going to get Christmas out of the way, I think, and we'll think about January, February. See, it's just, I've got to do some Christmas stitching. I did no Halloween stitching at all. Not a single thing, apart from if you count the pumpkin on my October cottage. It was a disaster. This is in a bag from Pauline, Soapy Bags. And I should have a giveaway coming up from Pauline, possibly in my next one, because she's promised me a bag and Postie hasn't delivered yet. So it's a bit sad. Okay, so that's my 2 new starts. I've now got my 2 sowls that I'm doing. First off is, and I forgot to mention her in my first video, and I'm really sorry, Jen. Jen's Stitchy Corner, lovely Jen. We've got a Facebook group for this. She's doing a stitch along for the Emerald City by Our Forest Embroidery. Now this is a free chart. If you go on their website, it's under the free charts and you can download it. And it is also available on the Saga app. I love the Saga app, it's brilliant. And if you do want the file, just send them an email and they'll send it to you. So I'm over. I've done well on this one. I'm now up to date and I've done extra. That's what I want to say. Because December is just so busy for me. I've got all the kids' birthdays, my birthday. I've got Advent stitching to do, and I want to get some Christmas stitching done as well, and my December cottage. So, and I've got a couple of new starts. I've joined another start along. So I really wanted to get ahead on this one. So I don't now have to pick it up until January. So it's done for now. These are the threads. They're the Our Forest embroidery threads that I bought last year, I think it was, or earlier this year, when a friend was putting in an order. And they are so nice to work with. Absolutely lovely. Now, my mum said this was her favourite out of all of my whips. So here you go, Mum. Are you ready? I'm so pleased. Ta-da! I really should learn to iron. So here we are. So when you last saw it, I think I'd just done the mice, possibly. It was 4 weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I must have just done the mice. Let me get my big fat head out of the way. So there you go. I have been working on the Emerald City and it has been so much fun. So much fun. There are only 2 green threads, 2 different green threads in that Emerald City, and the variegation is just stunning. And one of them's called Emerald City as well. It's just, oh, it's a pleasure to stitch. So yes, so I did part 5, my little chin here, which was the gates of the Emerald City along the front here. And then I moved on to part 6. As I said, I've got a really busy month next month. It was stressing me out knowing I had to do it. Even though it's a fun stitch along, you know, I still put these rules on myself like an idiot. So part 6 was all of this. And then technically this roof here is part 7. But I had a bit of thread left on my needle and I thought, I can't, no, I'm just going to do it. So I did it. So I'm a little bit ahead for January. But yeah, absolutely lovely. And this design is based on the book Wizard of Oz, in case you're thinking, well, that's not right. So the Emerald City is there. The little mice, the field mice, the queen of the mice, she's there. And we've got Glinda higher up. She's in a future part. And the balloon, the wizard, and it's all beautiful. And I can't wait to stitch them. But I had to stop. I thought I'd better put this away now. And yes, I've left, there's going to be some lovely, lovely sparkly green metallic. This is from Emerald. This is from Our Forest as well. And I've left them stitches off because I didn't want them to get damaged. So I will put them in. And there's a bell that goes in here. And I'm going to stitch that in gold metallic as well. And I'm going to put a bead on. Woo! Going to put a little gold bead. Oh, this is a 32 count even weave. It's a printed one. So it's not my favourite. It's white on the back, as you can see. But it is a nice green colour. And it is pea shoots from Lakeside Needlecraft. And again, I spent a long time deciding on which fabric, and I think it looks good. I think it looks good. But yeah, it's too much choice. Too many different shades of green as well, which is, apologies for any zipping noises. I know what it's like with headphones on because that's how I watch myself, but I need to keep everything together. And this is my lovely Wizard of Oz bag. From Canny Little Fox, that one. Canny Little Fox. My friend had one commissioned, and then I cheekily sent a message and said, have you got any more of the fabric? And she said she did. So I sneaked one. Okay, my other stitch along is this one. So 4 weeks ago, I told you that part 3 had just come out, I believe. And so I've now stitched parts 1 to 4. And this morning, well, at noon, part 5 came out. And I haven't got a picture printed, but I have got it on my iPad. So let me show you. So, hello, Holly, part 5. This is Caterpillar cross stitch. So this is what it will look like next time. Well, I'll probably have done it by next time you see me. Woo! That's exciting. So basically, the next part I've got to do is the tree. The word has escaped me. Oh God. So yeah, the tree. And I've just stitched Santa. Look at this bauble. Every time I see it, I'm like, no. No. So I changed the colours on my bauble because to me that just looks quite rude. And I see there's another bauble in this next part which also has a flappy look to it. So I think I might have to change the colours again. So I'm stitching this using the kit. Let's move on from that. Stitch on moving. So I'm using the kit. This is the 18 count Ada in a green. That's what I got. And this is where I am at. So I do really, really like the design. I've said before I've moved on slightly from Caterpillar, but this is classic. This is classic Caterpillar. This is what they are good at. This is good. And I think I heard a rumour that there's a Halloween tree next year, so I'm going to have to do that as well. Just try and move some of these creases. I've got extra creases from where I folded the damn thing, so that was clever, wasn't it? So yes, so I've stitched the polar bear and all this beautifulness over here, and then down to Santa, and I've changed the colours on my bauble, and I've made them sort of stripy, so it's less of a flappy effect. So I think I might have to do that on this other bauble as well, otherwise I'm just not going to be able to look at it. And if, you know, if I've got flaps on this one, I'll have to add them to the other trees, because flaps are not just for Christmas, they are for all year round. So, and that came in the little bag, which has also got the flappy baubles on, so that's just great. They're now haunting me. Okay, so I can put everything back in that bag. I might just stop for a drink. I've not made the mistake of bringing a hot drink this time because it went really cold by the time I'd finished last time and it did not taste good. So I've got myself a little Robinson's. Other squashes are available. I had hernia surgery last February. Yeah, so 2024. And I just can't drink fizzy now, so I can, but I get quite poorly, so I tend not to. Now, this is one of my very favourite bags. Baubles. Bauble, I love baubles. And this is from Pauline at Soapy Bags. Now, this is still on the Nerge because I was literally working on this last night. I love it. And I do have a picture. Oh, God, I'm getting good. Mostly. So this is by Love Poppet. and this is Oh Christmas Tree. This was a stitch along last year, which I started late because I was umming and ahhing, and then I'm like, no, I need to do it. Started it late, and the parts were so big, and I was just so busy with other things, I just did not get it done. So these are DMC threads, by the way, as well, apart from one, which I will go into in a second. Just get my needle off there. I'll just take off my little crow by my gorgeous friend Charlie Feathers. I don't have many Christmassy ones by her, and I really wanted to put one on there. So this is what I've been working on last night and the night before as well. So when you saw this in my whip parade, I had only done the border around to here, so I've taken the border up here. I have done more leaves. This is new. These are all new here. I haven't filled in the other green on that one yet. I've done this little doobry here and this, and the snowflakes. Now these snowflakes are supposed to be in the winter white, which is the same colour as the candle, but they did not show up at all well. Now this is a beige opalescent fabric from Coffee Craft. It's a 16 count Ada that I just had in my stash. I thought, oh, I need to put the tree on this. It's a little bit, I don't know whether it was a seconds, because it's got a little bit of a couple of pulls here and there, which typically are not under stitches. I'm a bit annoyed about that. A couple of them are, but a couple of them not. So I thought, yes, I really like this fabric, but then of course my snowflakes, I did them and then they did not show up, and I was like, ugh. So I unpicked them and I went through all my fancy threads, fancy flosses, and came up with, well, I tried out a Tom and Lily one, but again, it was just way too light. So I settled on this Roxy floss, and it's called Thin Air, and I think it was in the countdown box 2023. It's a bit of a mess now, but I had to be careful with what shade of blue I wanted to go for, because this is quite a muted palette. It's not bright, it's not in your face. I mean, it looks a little bit brighter there, but it's not. It's a duller sort of yellow. So I didn't want to get anything too bright, and a lot of my blues are really bright, so I'm quite pleased with that. You can just about see some sparkle there as well. I have no idea where this came from. Just a cute little bauble. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm now at 50%, slightly over 50%, 50.96 I think. So I've got like 6,000 stitches left to do. So I'm not, you know, that's quite depressing, but it will be worth it. And I'm saving the baubles on the other side as a little treat when I've done a bit more of the leaves, because I really want to stitch the baubles. I really want to go up and stitch them birds and the star as well. But I'm just trying to get some of these leaves done, because otherwise I'll leave all the good stuff till the end. And, you know, that's probably going to work out better that way. Okay, so that is all my stitching. I felt like I had more, but that is all of it. I'm doing really well for time here, so that is excellent news, because I've got a bit of haul, as I said. I'll do my giveaway now though, because then if you don't want to watch the haul, then you can leave with my blessing. Now, Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics, I saw her, as I said, at the Ipswich retreat, and I said I'd done a Flosstube, and she was like, what? And she said, well, choose a couple of bits of fabric for a giveaway. And I was like, oh my God. So I have, and I've got 2 bits of fabric for a giveaway. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Quickly show you them now. I've got 2 options. So let's try and be professional here. Please be over 18 to enter the giveaway, because I will need your address. Now, I will ship these anywhere in the world, so you don't have to be over here in good old Blighty. Because they're quite light, so yeah, that's not a problem. And please be a subscriber. I've not mentioned that yet, have I? Please subscribe. I could not tell you how excited I was to get to 100, and I'm now at 500 and something, and wow. So yeah, please be a subscriber, and if you can like my video, that would be really helpful as well. Share it with your friends. Do not mention in your comments the words giveaway or free or competition. We don't want to attract any dodgy bots. So yes, if you would like to win this piece, and what I will do is I will take it out of the wrapper so you can see what you are getting, and hopefully the lighting will be kind to us. It's a sunny day here in Suffolk. It's cold though today, and it is a bit cloudy, so I do keep losing the light. Now, this is a 16 count Ada, one of my favourite counts of past. It's a little bit of a step up from 14 count if that's what you're used to, and it's nice. It's a nice piece. It's not too soft, not too rigid. No, don't go there. Don't go there. So yeah, you could stitch something really nice on this, and I always find that grey is a really, really good neutral, and there's not many things that do not work on a nice grey, in my opinion, and it's one of my favourite colours to stitch on. I've got a couple of my series that I'm doing are on a nice piece of grey. So this is the first piece, and if you would like to be in with a chance of winning this, please use the word Ada in your comments, and I will get some help and use the random comment chooser to pick winners for this, which will be announced in my next Flosstube, which will be next month. Not my Flossmas, but we'll talk about that soon. And I also have a 32 count piece of even weave. Now, this one is, the other one doesn't say what size it is, but I mean, what's that, what sort of size? This one is 18 by 27 inches, and it is a beautiful, beautiful colour. I shall wheel myself back. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Can't really keep it now, can I? I've showed it to you. How nice is that? So yeah, 32 count even weave in pinks and lilacs and splash of grey. Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, you can get a fancy lady on that, or something else equally as stunning. And if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning this piece, please use the word even weave. So even weave for this one, Ada for this one. You can enter both, but I doubt I'll let you win both. That's a bit cheeky. So thank you to Megan for your lovely, lovely support. And she's even watched my Flosstube #1 and left me a lovely comment, and I was quite touched because that is one busy lady. Sorry about the rustling. I could do that later, couldn't I? I will learn and I will get better. I'm really sorry. So that's my giveaway. I'll probably do a little bit of life, maybe some plans, but I'm going to get onto the haul now. So if this is where you leave me, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, please enter the giveaway, and good luck to you all. And I will see you on the next one. Now, I've got some serious haul. This is 4 weeks of haul, and there's been a bit of a splurge. Basically, what I've mentioned last time is we're planning to do stitch from stash. Oh God, don't laugh, try and look serious. We're going to do stitch from stash next year. So basically what has happened, and I can tell you my friends have done the same, is I seem to be buying anything that I might want to stitch next year now, because then it'll already be in my stash. So I'm making my stash as big as possible, which it is already large. And yes, so I'll show my bags first, as I have bought a few new bags. I was kitting up some projects and I didn't have many Christmas bags, so I thought I needed to fix that. So I've got a few Christmassy bags, which I've already started using some of them. So and although there is this one which isn't Christmassy. This one's from my friend Anne at Stitch Majig, and it's gorgeous. I really, really like her big pouch bags. I can get a lot in here. Now, next year, this is slight plans, myself and my friends are doing these little smalls by Crochet to Go-Go, La Finestra del Tempo. So that's the first one. So January through to April there. So yes. So I wanted to keep them all together in a bag, and so I've put them all in here. And my gorgeous friend Megan has done me, and all of us in fact, some 12 pieces of even weave to stitch them on, so they're all going to be the same. And as I said, if you are interested in doing the same, then do email her. She is very accommodating. unless you want a red fabric. We'll come to that shortly. So that's, I've got all my bits of fabric in there, and I've also got my threads, which I bought from Lindsay, Blushing Pink Stitches, and she has now decided to move on from her shop and she's just going to be a stitcher. So I have decided to use for this the Royal, now I want to say broidery because embroidery, but I think it's broderie, or is it the other way around? So, yeah, no, I want to say broderie because broderie on glass and glass, but I think it's Royal broderie. So I've got all the colours here for the whole of the 12 charts, which I will start putting onto floss drops or a thread holder. But yeah, these bags are fantastic, and I love keeping all my year-long projects in there, and then I just pick out from there and put them into a bag of their own. Now I've got a new bag lady, and I completely can't remember her entire name, but it is Nikki. Knick Knack Crafts rings a bell. She gave me a little card when I order from someone, and they pop in a little note, a little thank you. You know, they don't even have to put a freebie in, just a little note saying thank you. That makes a world of difference to me. This has already got something in it as well. But yeah, this is from Knick Knack Crafts, or Nikki Knack Crafts. She's got a Ko-fi shop, but she's on Instagram. And if you can't find her, please ask, and I will send you her way, because I've bought 3. They are gorgeous. This one is a zip across here, and it's just, the colours were just like, oh, I love me some Christmas. I've already started wearing a Christmas dress, but it's freezing in here, so I've got a jumper on. So yeah, this is one, and it is gorgeously made, and I have got a little sneaky peek in here of something I've decided to stitch. Hosted by Jen, again, Jen Stitchy Corner, and Kerry at Colourfully Cross Stitched. I've decided to join in with their Start on Holiday Quaker on the 2nd of December. There's a little Insta group of us now, so if you do want to join us, come along, message someone and they will add you. This is by Lila's Studio, and I said last time that I'd bought the threads. So when I heard that they were starting it, I thought, well, that is probably a sign for me to use some lovely silks. So this is the Victoria Clayton pack that I got from Peakside, who, fantastic, really good service there. So I've got this onto Pattern Keeper, but I have printed off the front to show you guys. So this is slightly a plans thing, and I will be changing, it says Happy Holidays, I'll be changing that to Merry Christmas. That is charted in here, so that will make that easier. And like I said, I've just been moving stuff in to these bags, so some of them have got stuff in, so just to make it easier, I'll just show them as we go. This one hasn't got anything in it yet. Oh my god, this is so nice. This is again from Nikki, and this has got a top zip, which sometimes is really helpful when you've got a larger project. And it's poinsettias. Oh, I love it. It's gorgeous. And then possibly my favourite one, because I love me a snow globe, zip, is this one. I love it. I love snow globes. It's gorgeous. There's no foxes. Look at it. No foxes. Yeah. But the colour, I love me a tealy greeny colour. Absolutely love that. So I'm going to be moving some things into that very soon. This is a plans thing, and I could have shown you this last time. However, Pauline accidentally sent me Lorna's bag and Lorna got mine, so we swapped at the retreat. This is my bag for my stitch along, my mermaid. So myself, Lorna and Shell. I haven't even mentioned Shell yet. See, I was mean to her in the last one, so she's got off lightly now. She's cheesecake and cross stitch. We are going to be stitching, well, we say we're going to be stitching this. We'll be starting this. This is Bella Filipina, the Golden Voice, aka Ariel. I love Ariel. My sister used to watch The Little Mermaid every flipping morning back in the 80s or 90s, whenever it was out. So I knew I had to stitch this one. I love the princesses, and I showed this last time. This is my fabric for her, and this is actually the called for. We all treated ourselves. It's from Fiberlicious, Yummy Fibers, and that's a 28 count, that one, in Lugana, because I'm told that's good for beading. So we shall hope that that is true. That's just a quick sneaky peek at that. I've got some more Pauline bags here. Pauline does a drop, and I got really lucky, and usually I comment on a few and only get one or maybe two. I was really, really lucky. I must have timed it beautifully well this time, and I've got 4 gorgeous festive bags. And again, I've already moved something into this one. So this is from Pauline at Sobe Bags. Little houses. Oh, so cute. And so I thought that it was quite a good idea for me to pop in a tiny town. So I've decided I'm going to start the Nativity Tiny Town next month. And I'm also going to incorporate the 2 frills. I've seen this online, and someone, I think, put them in here and here and then bunched everything over. So I will try and do the same. I've got fabric from Megan. She was doing a special thing where if you wanted to, you could get some Tiny Towns kitted up. And she's done me an extra big piece so I can fit the whole lot on that one. And that's a 32 count even weave. Again, which is my even weave of choice. And she's also done me a few pieces, all smaller than that, for the other Tiny Towns that I want to stitch. So they're basically beige or grey. So I've got a few pieces of them that I picked up at the retreat. So at the moment, they are all being stored in this beautiful bag, just to keep them together. And then what I'll probably do is move that to its own bag once I've got the threads come, which I've ordered. Did I get them from Threads For You? I don't think I did. I think I got them from Talking Dog Stitchery this time. Lovely Rachel. This is another bag from Pauline. Oh, the colours on this. Oh, it's got a bit metallic, it's got a bit of shimmer. I've got a card from Pauline here. Yes, I have. This is Pauline. Sobe Bags. And she's also now Sobe Stitchery as well. I think they're designing a few charts and things, which is very exciting. So I've also got this one. I told you I bought 4. Very, very lucky. I think she's doing another drop. Is it this week or next? So I will try to stay off the internet for that. Not a good idea. And this is a Teresa Koga, I think, pattern fabric. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. I think she's done a calico lining. So pleased with that. And I should be moving some projects into these, as I said. And then there's this one, which I just loved. There's no foxes on any of these. Fantastic. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this one's got birds on and houses. I mean, and reindeers and stuff, but birds and houses are very much a love affair of mine. Lots of my charts have those things on. Right, let's throw them bits up there. And now I've got some more stash here. I'll just show this because I've printed it off. This is the Wordy Birds series, which I have been doing. And this is the December one. I'm not stitching the July one, and I'm not stitching the November one because it was Thanksgiving, and we don't do that over here. Dear American designers, don't forget about your stitchers from overseas. We don't want to be stitching your American designs, I'm afraid. Can you do us an alternative, please? And if you want to see this being stitched, I know Cross Stitch Bunny, Lauren has started that one, and it looks stunning. So I don't know when I'm going to start that, but I'm still working on the May one, or I will be working on the May one. So yes, so I have bought quite a few charts this time, and because I was enjoying Blueberry J so much, I then went on to the Etsy and bought this one, Persephone's Garden by Jessica of Jedex Stitch again, and I just love the colours on this. And I have in fact bought the fabric, which I will show you shortly because it's in the box. This is in no particular order, this is just how it is in my box. I've also purchased, I've got 1, 2 and 3 already. I bought Nora Corbett 4 Calling Birds. I bought 5 gold rings. And I bought 6 Geese Lane. So I just need to get the second 6. and that series is done. I always worry that when I like a series that they're going to go out of print and I won't be able to find them, and that would be devastating, quite frankly. I've got some fabric here. I've got the Fabric of Doom, which this is for Cherry Magpie. I've bought 2 pieces because I love it. Thank you, Megan. I'm really sorry to cause you the stress. She was going to quit dyeing at one point because she just could not get it right. But I really love it. I'm not going to take it out of the packet. So this is for Cherry Magpie. And it is an 18 count Ada. As I said, I keep it easy with my counting. So she got there in the end. I knew she could do it, but apparently she's never ever dyeing that again, and I'm not to ask for any reds anymore. And this was one of the ones that was a failure. It came out too purple, but I was like, ooh. So I've got a piece of that as well. Because I felt really bad that she'd used all this dye. So funny. I have a little order come from my lovely friend Charlie Feathers. I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but I haven't seen you. Oh God, these magnets are so strong. So good. So I did a couple of orders actually over the course of a couple of weeks, and then they all came together. So I ordered some of these little mini magnets. So autumnal shades and things. That's just not helping, is it, at all? So they're really, really cute. So I might use them to hold some excess fabric. And I also had to get this one, Northern Lights. And that's quite festive, I think, so I might use that as a festive one. I just don't have any others. And then I completely missed Halloween, but I had to get the ghost. And my ghost is a bit fat because she got carried away. And I was like, that's fine, that suits me. And this one's been in use, so he's lost his card, my little headshot. Oh, look at him, so cute. And there is a bird, but I think that's further down in the box. He's so cute, this little egg. He's got a little apple. He's been on my November cottage, so he's just come off of there. And speaking of needle minders, my minder of the month has come from my lovely friend Laura, Cotton and Clay, and she's just done a little Flosstube update. She's been having some health issues, we shall say, and job issues as well. So she's been having a bit of a time with it, but she's still managed to get out my needle of the month, and it's the most gorgeous little squirrel. And my son loves squirrels, so I really love that. So cute. I bought 3 pairs of scissors. Why not? From my lovely friends at Yarnworks in Hadley. I don't know if they've put them on the website yet, but they've got like 11 or 12 different colours of the heart scissors. And I had to get the teal ones. Now these are before, they've just come in the delivery, so they haven't been put on their little cards, but they will be on cards if you buy them. I had to buy the purple. And then a shocking hot pink. Wow! I did do a little story on these the other day. It's probably disappeared off my feed, hasn't it? So, but I love the heart scissors. I find them really, really good. They're nice and sharp. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Nikki, gorgeous Nikki at Nikki Nax Crafts, popped in. There you go, Nikki Nax Creations. Idiot. She popped me in a little freebie. The only problem is it's got foxes on. Maybe I should give that away. Could do. Maybe put the word fox. I'll do a little comment picker and pick someone. How about that? Because it's gorgeous, but I just can't use it because foxes mean evil things. Oh, there's the lovely card from Nikki. See, I knew it was in there. Yeah, just really, really lovely. Such good customer service. Oh, there's my other needle minders, and they are still wrapped up. Charlie always sends them all wrapped, packaged up, and they still all stick to each other because her magnets are very strong. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's going around. I love birds. I love birds. So cute. I might have to move him onto something. And again, I've missed the Halloween boat buy. And I don't like cats, but my God, is he cute. When his little hat. Oh, love it. Love Charlie. She did her first live a couple of weeks ago, and it was so much fun. And I wasn't even being that naughty, and it kept telling me off, and the moderators had to keep okaying this stuff. Okay, I've got a couple more bits of fabric, a couple of kits to show as well. But I kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Now, there's an Owl Forest sale going on that isn't the Emerald City one. It is Owl All Around the World, I think it is, hosted by Ellie, Stitching Bee, and Pam, Ditsy Daisy Crafts, and Kerry posted that she was going to do this for it. So I bought it because it's beautiful. And it's the hummingbirds from Our Forest. And then while I was on there, I found 3 others. And I thought, oh, it must be a lovely 4-part seasonal series. So I bought the Kingfishers. I love Kingfishers. I know my mum loves Kingfishers. I believe she stitched a Kingfisher. We used to have it on the stairs. And I bought the Bullfinches. Love it. See, I thought this was the Christmas one, you see. I was like, oh, that's the Christmas one. And I bought the Swallows. And I thought, oh, maybe that's for spring or summer. I don't know. Not paying any attention. So I had them for, I was really happy. I ordered some threads from Our Forest for them, thinking I'll start that once it comes. And then some annoying person, and I can't remember who it was now, but on my Insta, I saw that they'd started this one, the robins, and I was like, what? I love robins too. I have a little robin that comes and sits on my fence, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get that. So I went back on the website, bought the robins, and then bloody found another 5, didn't I? So I had to buy them all. So there's also the red cardinals, and I am going to stitch all these because I love them. I love them, love them, love them. My hands are getting cold in here. There's also the red poles. Now, I don't know if we get all of these birds over here. My mum would know. She's a bit of a twitcher. But my God, these are stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love them. And then there's also the goldfinches. The lilacs in there, look. Sorry if I'm boring you with my charts. But, you know, you have a look on a website and you don't see everything. Titmice. Look at them. They're so cute. And, you know, rabbit hole. Seriously down it. And then there's chaffinches. So that should be 10. So there's 10. And this is the Little Bird series, which I'd liked on Instagram when I went back and looked at the posts. But I hadn't realised that there were 10. And, oh my God, the colours on these. So I'm now waiting on some threads for my birthday present. And I shall look through my stash of even weaves and see what I can find. But yeah, I'm going to start the Bullfinches one when my threads arrive and join in with the sow. Because that was the whole point. I wanted to join in with the sow, didn't I? Okay, I've got just a few more bits now. This was also from Megan. This was a failed piece of Cherry Magpie fabric. She looked absolutely dejected when she came over to me at the retreat, and I felt so bad. But I really like this. It's quite muted, so that is very usable. And that was a little freebie, as it's got a bit of an iron mark on it, but do not mind. I've had some fabric from Kate, Crafty Kate, and this is a 32 count even weave, which is what I'm getting at the moment. This is the September fabric of the month. I think I skipped October, so I'll be waiting for November. Probably come in January. It's blue, basically. I've got the fabric of the month from Megan for November. She's very efficient. 20 count, Ada. Really like that. I've got a raspberry ripple piece as well, which I think I've put away because I'm going to use that on a fancy lady start next month. That's for a birthday start. And I've got, oh yes, this was the Tom and Lily fabric of the month. This is a beautiful sort of, I read the note, I've forgotten the word again. Caramel is what she's called it. Now, she doesn't serge her fabrics. That winds me up. I'm not sure what I'll use that for. I'm actually going to stop that fabric of the month. I like her fabrics. I think she does a great job on them, but you do not choose. You choose either even weave or linen or whatever, or Ada. You don't choose the count, so you get a variety of counts throughout the year, and that also is bugging me. I don't want 16 count really anymore, and that is 16 count. So there you go. So that's the October piece. Now I thought I would try a couple of new places. So I did a little order for £10, including postage, from Stony Bank Creations, and I bought a 18 count bundle. And I'm really pleased with it actually. And they're all serged. So I've got a nice piece of green. And these would be great for some smalls. Oh, look at that. That looks great on the camera. Yeah, that's gorgeous. So these would be great for some like festive smalls or whatever. So I've got that piece of green. I've got a piece of blue. And these all for £10. Nice bit of blue. This is very me. Nice bit of green. And this awesome larger piece. Perfect for Halloween. So maybe some Halloween stitching next year. Okay, it's gorgeous. And they're really nice. They're gorgeous. They're nice and they're not hard. They're nice and soft. But not too soft. They don't smell weird. So, and she was really quick. These were already made. It was just like a grab bag, pay and go. So really pleased with them. So thank you very much. I can't remember your name. I follow you on Instagram, but I'm really pleased. And I have already done a second order with you. So thank you. And then because I got the Persephone's Garden reminder, I was browsing and decided, because I see so many floss tubers mention XU Designs fabrics, I thought I need to try some. So this is from XU Designs. She's in Hungary. Really quick shipping actually. I was really impressed. And now this is an 18 count Ada. This is the called for that piece. And I thought I need to have it because look, it's so different. This is a little bit stiffer than the Stony Bank. It smells really nice. So yeah, it's like a mottled black and blue, and yeah. So that will be for that. So that could not travel alone, friends. It couldn't travel alone. So I bought myself a 28 count Lugana even weave. I'm thinking Fancy Lady on that, of which I'm not going to open that all up, but that is lovely lilac and purple and beige mottling on there. And I also bought a 32 count piece of Zweigart Lugana / Murano even weave, and that's just a nice beige. Now these do have actual names. Oh yes, little bunny. Oh, this is like a beige mockery latte sort of colour. Very usable. Very usable. So that was Little Bunny. I'll just see if I name this one. Lavender. Lavender, and the other one is called Midnight Ride, the blue. Awesome. Really, really pleased with those. And as I said, oh, and she popped in a little freebie. A teeny little bit of linen. 32 count piece of linen, which I doubt I'll use for anything, but you never know. But I have actually done a second order from her because I needed some fabric to choose from for my holiday Quaker. So excited about them coming. Just got a couple more bits. I bought a couple of little pouches from Anne at Stitching Me Jig. I thought for my larger projects these will be brilliant to hold some notions, bits and bobs. I wasn't going to buy this, but I've ended up buying it anyway. So there you go. Couldn't be the only one without it. So yeah, this is just a planner, and I do have the one for this year, and I have used it, but I need to use it more next year. Just a couple more charts here. I bought some Blueberry Ridge ones last year, which you saw on my last one, and I had to get this one. I love me some pears. So it's House on Pear Hill. Not sure when I'm going to stitch these, and then I have to get House on Blueberry Hill as well, because the colours again lovely. Oh, and I've been buying these as well, and that's just the Autumn Dreamer from Barbara Anna. I'm not sure when I'm going to stitch those, and I would quite like to stitch them all on one piece when I do, so we shall see. And I have bought all four now. Also bought the Poison Apple by Bella Filipina. That's arrived. And one of my favourites, the Enchanted Rose, which is Belle. I have no idea when I'm starting those, but I need them in my stash. Now, the last thing I've got, I ordered a mystery pack. of bits from I can't remember who it was from. Was it Hobby Jobby or RTO? It was whoever Charlie Feathers mentioned a couple of videos or so ago. Now, I ordered this one on purpose because I love her. I love fairies. I have always loved fairies. And I saw her and I was like, yeah. Kiss of Spring, I think she's called. I'll switch out the Ada, I think, because it's quite stiff. And it's also got a saga file, so I'm a happy bunny. Now, my mystery bag was not successful. If anybody wants any of these, I won't do a giveaway. It will be first come, first served. Okay? And if not, then I will take them to a retreat and put them on the giveaway table. I've got this one. Now, these are all kits. This is an 18 count Ada, it says. It's got your floss in there as well. And Red Bird, that one's called. It's very much not me. But I'm happy. These will be just if you're in the UK, I'll post them to you. This is Red Flowers. Just because I don't like them doesn't mean other people won't, and I should be less scathing. That's 18 count as well. I mean, it's quite nice. If I didn't have so many all ready to stitch in my stash, then you know, I might stitch these. Now, I love me dogs. This is called Good News, but I have cockapoos. It's not really a cockapoo, is it? You know, that is, I think, 14 count. Yes, that's 14 count, that one. So yeah, if you do want any of these kits that I'm showing, why don't you send me an email, stitchy.bug@gmail.com, or a message on Instagram rather than leave it in the comments. Instagram's probably your best bet. So there's that one. Two more. Now this is quite nice. This would probably be one that I would stitch again if I didn't have so many. This is Street of Flowers, and it comes with a little wooden house which you stick in the middle of the flowers. And that is 14 count Ada. Of course, you can swap out the fabrics for any of these. And don't be greedy, don't ask for all of them. And then this is the last one. This is nice. This is Flowers of the Rainbow, but I won't stitch it again. That's a 14 count Ada as well. And you get all the threads in all of these, all nicely. They're gorgeous, you know, really well done kits, but they are not my cup of tea. Oh, that's a grey. That's a grey Ada, that one. So yeah, if you want any of those, please message me. And if not, I will take them and give them away at a retreat. I think that's everything. Please God, be everything. I'm over an hour. I didn't want to be over an hour. I'll be uploading this overnight, I think, because I got in a little bit of trouble last time using up all the internet. I was not a popular person in this house. One last thing. My Advents are arriving. Oh my God. I have a drink. It's going to pop. My Advents are arriving now. I've got my 3 non-stitchy ones, which are Sweet Sea, Walker's Shortbread, and a wax melt one this year, which I will open on my floss ones, but I'll do them at the end so you don't have to see them if you don't want to. I've had Corrie's Little Shop Advent arrived, and this is a really substantially heavy box, and I'm really excited. And look, Letitia, I haven't opened it. It's still in there. I'm so proud. I'm not opening it. Being really good. So I'm really excited to open that one. And I've also had the Evertotes one arrive, which is in a cardboard box as well. Now, if you haven't opened this brown box from Evertotes, and I know not everyone's going to see this, but if you haven't opened yours, open it and check that you've got this in there, because I didn't have it in mine. And out of my friend group of 5, 3 of us didn't have it. Inaz. I think we all had Ada as well, Inaz, so I don't know whether that was related. This is basically your little booklet, your cover booklet, with where you write down all the flosses that you get, which is, you know, a bit helpful, so we can remember which, and just instructions and sizes and stuff. So check that you've got it. They were going to send it as a PDF, but I got this in the post, so thank you very much, Evertotes. You won't watch this, but thank you for sending that out. I wouldn't even have known that I didn't have it unless my friend Shell, Cheesecake and Cross Stitch, had pointed it out. So thank you, Michelle. So I think I've mentioned all my friends. Hello to T. She's got some nice comments from my first one, so thank you very much, T. And yes, go and watch my friends. Shell, Cheesecake and Cross Stitch. She's just got to 600 subscribers, so she's really, really chuffed. And Laura did an update, as I said. Do just have a couple of shout outs to say. I've mentioned Jen, who I failed to mention in the last one. So Jen Stitchy Corner, come join us for any of the stitch alongs that we're doing. And Kerry at Colourfully Cross Stitch as well. She's hosting the Holiday Quaker one with her. And I would also like to say hello to Imi, Stitched by Imi, who gave some lovely words in her Flosstube. And she's juggling stitching with a little baby. And I don't know how she does it. I really don't. Because when I had a little baby, I did not do stitching. I did stitch when my daughter was little. But when the boys came along, it was a different story. So thank you, Imi. And good luck with your stitching. And also to Becky Barlow, who tagged me, and I haven't quite watched yet, but I will, I promise. You're on my list. I've been busy. I've been watching snooker. Snooker last week, the Champion of Champions, and my favourite player has won yesterday. I am delighted. Well done, Mark Selby. Love you. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed watching that last week when I was stitching, and that was brilliant. So we've been watching that, and then me and Jim have started watching Father Brown with Mark Williamson. We went to see the Fast Show live a couple of weeks ago, I think it was now, up in Cambridge, and it was brilliant. Those people were blooming gods and goddesses to us in the 90s at school. We used to go into school quoting it was just brilliant. And to see them live before any more of them die was just wonderful. And yeah, so Mark Williams obviously was there. And we really like watching detective things. Myself and my daughter like to watch Return to Paradise, Death in Paradise, whatever the other one is. And it's just like, you know, we just like a mystery. And myself and Jim, we've watched all the Miss Marples, even the bad ones, and all the Poirots, and we love all of those. We've watched Endeavour, we've watched Morse, we've watched Lewis, we've watched oh god, what else is there? We've watched Maigret, that was really good, with Rowan Atkinson in. We watched a French one which was pretty awful, set in France, in Provence, because it had someone from Endeavour in it, and it was really not very good. I can't even remember what it was called now, but yeah. So we like all these detective things. So we stumbled across Father Brown with Mark Williamson, and we've watched like the first 4 episodes, and it's really fun. And I love the outfits. I love all the vintage clothes and the shoes and everything. So that's been really nice to watch that with him. And also we do watch One Piece, which is an animated series of pirates. And we're up to like episode 600 and something. Dressrosa, if anyone watches it. Tell me if you do, if there are any other One Piece fans out there. We just love it. We watched the live action when it came out, and we're like, wow, that was good, and ended up watching the anime, and we are committed now. We are committed until the end, which hasn't even happened. It's still going. So yeah, loving that. Okay, so Advent wise, I've got Historical Sampler here, I've got Corey's Little Shop here, and I've got Evertotes here. Yes, I have bought the Historical Sampler Advent calendar. I don't hate them. I had a few people say, oh, you must hate them. I do not hate them. They're lovely. I'm waiting for 3 needle minders from them, actually. They're doing another stitch along, which I have avoided because that's what I don't like. I don't like the stitch along patterns. They're not me. They're not me at all. I don't want to stitch them. I like to look at them. I like to see other people stitching them. I don't want to stitch them myself, and that is the problem. So yeah, as long as I avoid them, it's all good. So I've got the calendar. Very excited for that. It looked awesome last year. I had major FOMO because my friends all had it. So I've got that this year, and I'm still waiting for Maloka Designs, which is coming today. KLT Charting. Silks for You, which is coming from Australia, and Blue Sky Creations as well, which is a new one that I just stumbled upon on a Facebook link. I thought, yeah, why not? So I shall have 7 stitchy calendars and 3 non-stitchy. I think that's right. 6, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitchy calendars, 3 normal ones, so 10 I think in total, which I will be doing for Flossmas, which will be the next time you see me on the first day of December, which is also birthday month, which is terribly exciting. It's all my kids' birthday months as well, so we'll just wing it. We'll see how we go. I'll try and film in the morning when I'm not going out. I may have to film in the evening a couple of nights hopefully lighting will be all right. I'll be doing the Evertote stitching as we go, so I'll be showing that every day. And I'm also doing an Advent Sal, which is a penguin sal by Climbing Goat Designs, if anyone would like to join us. 3 of my friends are doing that, which is basically you stitch tiny penguin every day, which I'm hoping is tiny and does not take up any time at all, because I'm also got the holiday Quaker to start on the 2nd. I want to have a birthday start on the 4th, and I also want to start at some point Nativity Tiny Town as well. So there we go. That's everything. I really hope I haven't forgotten to mention anybody, and I'm super sorry if I have. Just a quick shout out to Pam at Ditsy Daisy Crafts for her lovely words. I was really moved, really touched. And Elliot Stitching B as well. Thank you so much. Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, thank you. She's a fellow scissor lover, which I can respect very much so. So yes, thank you. And hopefully Kim Stitches Girls will be back at some point with an update, as we miss you, Kim. I think that's everything. I've waffled way too long for this, but that's my haul session. Haul will be going down as of next year. There will not be so much haul. So what I will probably do then is go through some of the kits or things that I've got kitted up to start, which are here, all ready to start. So I could do that. I could show them off instead. Okay, so thank you ever so much for watching. If you've got this far, especially thank you. Please enter my giveaway. If you want any of those kits that I showed, please message me. Be quick. I had a lot of messages last time wanting the sale that I was not going to do. Please subscribe. Please like. Please do leave a comment. And please do be kind when you leave comments for people. I had nice comments last time. One person did say I have a lot of nudges. Yeah, I do have a lot of nudges. That is because I'm very lazy. Before I had this craft room, I had whips all over the house. So if I wanted to start something new and I wanted to, you know, I needed a nudge for it, I wouldn't go into a bag and find one. I'd buy a new one. So that's why I have a lot of nudges. I'm very sorry. I like nudges. I like fabric. I like project bags. And I like scissors and needle minders. So yes. I have a bit of an addictive personality, I think. I've probably got ADHD. Anyway, I'm going to go indoors and get some lunch now. Might try and edit this, don't know. But if not, I'll be uploading it tonight. So you should see this on Tuesday. So yes, thank you ever so much again for the welcome into the community. Thank you for the support. Really couldn't have gone better. I'm really pleased. And I shall see you all on the 1st of December for Advent, for Flossmas. Exciting. Goodbye for now. Goodbye.